AI assistants are becoming some of the fastest growing categories of tools on the internet. Some focus on writing, some focus on coding, some try to be an all-in-one assistant that helps you with, well, everything. And one of those tools, especially lately that's getting a lot of attention, is Claude. And it's built by a company called Anthropic. I know you've heard about them because they've been on the news. And here's the good thing. Claude has been in the news for good reason. Anthropic has been in the news for very good reason. So today, we're taking a closer look at what Claude AI actually does, where it performs well, and whether it's worth using. Welcome to GBRLIFE Reviews, where I test the tools, platforms, and systems so you don't waste your time, your money, or your energy. Just mine, while you like and subscribe. And remember, I have chapters below, so you can skip ahead to whatever it is that you may be looking for. So what is Claude? Claude is an AI assistant, as I just said, and it's designed to help users with, again, basically everything. This one has almost everything, and I'll get into what I like and what I don't like, and of course pricing and all that fun stuff, but in this case, we're going to be very focused on what it really does as well, because it may be one of the best AI tools out there right now, because one of its biggest strengths is that it has the ability to process an extremely large amount of information, especially when it comes to text, and it really helps with, oh goodness, a lot. So let's take a look at the tool itself so you can see what it actually does and, if it's something that you're actually interested in. Good morning, Caitlin. You're not Caitlin, I'm Caitlin. So what do we like about Claude? We like that it says good morning. We like that it says good evening. We like that it's nice enough to greet us. Now, I am on the free plan currently. I do pay for Claude, but I'm on another one of my emails to make it so that you don't know about what I talk about with Claude. Because, AI likes to be my therapist sometimes. Not Claude in particular. Maybe it's Claude. We don't have to go into this. What we do need to go into is, what does it do? What can it bring to the table? What can write? It can learn. It can code. It can do life stuff. And see, these are my people. And then there's also Claude's choice. Well, if we go over, we can search for, basically that's looking through your chats. You can customize. I'll click on it. I got rid of all of them, so you don't know. And then you also have your customization with skills and connectors. You've got those chats, another way to search. You've got projects. You've got artifacts. And you've got code. Now, code is its own thing in that you can see right here, it's literally telling you it's its own thing. What people like about code is that Claude is your, I would say, right-hand man today when it comes to coding. If you're not good at coding, you can probably still, what I would say? You can learn coding a whole lot easier by using something like Claude and working with it, especially if you're the type of person that works best actually doing the task, like a kinesthetic learner, I believe it's called. But you can see over here, somebody who does research or engineering or game development or security or marketing, these people are saying how much they use and love Claude Code. If you are a coder, I would really suggest looking over here. If you are going to something like ChatGPT instead, I would heavily suggest just, considering Claude Code and getting off of some other tools. Not saying they're bad, just saying some are a lot more geared towards and maybe better. I don't know. Also, you've got your artifacts. You can learn something. You can do life hacks. You can play a game. Be creative. You can touch grass. You can also touch grass outside. I would suggest actually going and touching grass if you're going to do that. And then we've got projects. What are projects? Projects are basically, think of it like a folder. You go in there, you provided all the information like you would in a folder, like you'd put all the documents in it. You would also write your notes in there. And if you're looking for something within the folder, it's going to be able to, Claude will go into it and actually go through that folder and find all the information that it needs to and give you whatever it is that you're trying to create. And I say create because it's not just going to write something back to you. This thing can create websites for you. This thing can, again, because of the coding. I mean, oftentimes you'll go over here and use something and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't mean for you to create an entire website for the form that I was asking you to create. That's really great. So these are things I like. And then you have, again, those chats, customize. What I wanted to show you here is your connectors. You can connect to a ton of stuff now. Browse the connections. You've got Gmail, you've got Google Calendar, Notion, Figma, HubSpot, Monday, Box. There's a lot. And of course, you can search by categories. We don't have to base it off of one thing. Maybe you want productivity stuff. Maybe you want data. Maybe you're looking for design. One of the places I was very excited about adding Claude was Excel. For those of you using Copilot, so you can use Claude with Excel. You've got the AWS Marketplace. You have, my goodness, a whole lot that you can connect the wonderful of Claude to. You don't have to only utilize one location. Skills. Okay, so this is something that's a little bit newer out there. And skills are basically where you are taking your prompt to a whole other level. Essentially, it's making it so you don't have to rely on your project, for anybody who's been using AI, to remember what that prompt was that you started with to get it all in one place. That skill is basically giving the skill set, giving that prompt or more detailed informational skill to AI. And for now on, it now has that skill, has the ability to do what you're looking for continuously without continually rewriting that prompt and not really even giving what AI is actually looking for in order to provide it to you the way it needs. This is going to help you learn how to do that. It's a lot of words, I know, but this is something that you can do. And I'm sure there's also other YouTube videos teaching you how to do this. Okay, we're going to go through here. We're going to go through free plan and we're going to look through your actual chat. Again, this one is free. So when you're going through free, anything when it comes to AI means you're not prioritized. It means that you are going to be not left behind, but just not the big guy when it comes to asking anything if it's prime time. So I'm going to say, what is the best Apple variety in the United States based on popularity? Okay, gonna go ahead and ask that question. It's a very simple question, but there's a little bit of complexities to it. And as you know how I am, if you watch this, you know I love apples. And you know that I'm always going to ask about apples because apples they're not usually a big deal. Y'all can, yell at me in the comment section about apples and my choices in apples. But let's be real here. Is it apples? Is it oranges? It's not oranges because we're talking about apples. And this is what I mean. So right now it's taking a lot longer because there's more people using Claude at the moment. And so it's taking longer to get an answer. Okay, I was finally able to get it to work because I just went ahead and logged into my paid account. And now here's the deal. I did ask a very simple question again, changing the color of a mouse pointer. I needed to do that anyways. I just wanted to look pretty, but I was thinking about doing that for videos anyways. And so I said, hey, let me go ahead and ask that question, which a lot of people know. You just go into settings and you just update it that way. But look, I wanted you to see that you can ask and it will give you answers based on what you may actually have. It can tell you with your Mac. It can tell you with your Windows. Linux? Is that how you say it? Nobody's told me yet. Nobody's told me how to say it. Based off of other videos, you know that I struggle with that word. And it looks like Linux, but it might not be. Might be a different way, and I don't know. Either way, it was very quick in answering the question. It usually works within a couple seconds. So let's talk about some of the things I don't like. There's no photos. If you notice, there's no photo options here. You're not going to make any pictures, and it's not going to make any pictures for you by saying like, hey, make a picture of this. That's not an option. But you do have the code. So it's like, do you want code or do you want pictures? And the other thing I don't like is exactly what we just saw today. There's an issue going on, and the free plan immediately is going to take the hit. Because you're just not the priority. There are people paying for this, and they're going to prioritize that. Okay, I am a big fan of Claude. It is a place that I use often. It's one place that I feel very comfortable using, especially nowadays. Again, if anybody's been watching the news and they know about what's been going on with Anthropic, you understand why privacy is a very big thing. And here in the United States, I find it very important to really prioritize that privacy, especially right now. And if you are somebody who wants a little more privacy in the things that you're doing, Claude, at least Anthropic, is valuing you as a person and your privacy, and not necessarily allowing all of our information to be shared with just anybody. So I very much value that. It's actually saying it right there, capacity constraints. See, it finally was able to state what was going on. So that's pretty much all I don't like. Truly, that's really all I don't like. So the next question, is it worth it? Well, Claude is a very strong AI assistant, especially with pretty much everything. Any task that it really needs, it's pretty good at it. It's going to kind of get it done. And that's it. It's pretty amazing, except for photos. So is it worth it in regards to coding, skills, getting better integration results? I would say, yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good option. And if you work regularly with text, research topics, organizing information, coding, it's a fantastic option. And if you want to learn more about skills, be sure to go to your origin story of Anthropic, because I'm pretty sure this is where it actually originated with those skills. And it's also very good with teaching you AI and where it's going and making you be a little bit above the rest when it comes to AI tools because of the things that it brings to the table. So it's a little bit ahead of some other ChatGPT, other options out there. And that's why, for the GBRLIFE rating, I'm giving Claude a 4.5 out of 5. Because it's powerful, easy to use, particularly strong when it comes to writing and understanding large pieces of information. It can take a whole bunch of information and work with you with it. I mean, you would consider that it could be able to do that if it has the ability to code the way it does. And there's all these new integrations and skills that is making it a serious game changer in the AI industry. Have you tried Claude AI before? Let us all know in the comments what your experience was. I think the photo thing is not that big of a deal. Go to Midjourney or somewhere else. I mean, there's a lot of other ones, right? And Gemini and all of that. Whatever. The point is, this one's a great one. And all that being said, I'd love to know, is there another platform that you'd like me to put through the GBRLIFE review treatment? Drop that one in the comments below, because there's a lot of tools out there, and not all of them are worth it. And that is it for this week's review. But you can keep this party going if you really want to with the companion blog on GBRLIFE.com. You know where the link is, in the description or in the comments. But if you want more honest, no fluff breakdowns, check out the GBRLIFE Reviews playlist where you can find my last review on Zencastr. Is it the right Riverside alternative for you? Well, you'll find out once you watch that one next. And remember, with everything on GBRLIFE.com and my Mama Koala clothing line, you don't have to be without GBRLIFE in your life. Now go watch another review or check out the companion blog, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!